So I'm going to play that every single day, every day, because it's exactly what we're seeing. We're seeing a another layer of distractions because the the Super Bowl hasn't meant anything for a long time. And I think I was thinking about it earlier while I was doing my morning routine. Um it's probably been going on far longer, but I think the breaking down the walls of what we see now and what was going on in the past, it kind of started with the JJJT wardrobe malfunction. And that's not saying that all halftime shows of the Super Bowl since then have been some weird conspiracy to whatever America. But I believe that the Janet Jackson and Justin Timberlake wardrobe malfunction, it was the first attempt to bring down the walls, essentially bring down the fourth wall between Hollywood and the regular people. And it's not bringing down the walls to show everybody what's going on. It's bringing down the walls of them actually caring to take all the extra steps to keep it all in the background, keep it all uh mainly away from the public eye. Because since then we've had an insane amount of events, an insane amount of just completely despicable things that have been happening in the country. And while it's fairly certain that it's been going on far longer, the real shedding of the fourth wall barrier, in my alleged opinion, came during the Timberlake Jackson Super Bowl wardrobe malfunction. Because since then, Super Bowl has been used as a massive propaganda event. All sports events have become strictly propaganda, strictly corporate interests. All sports events, every single one of them. You can watch them all the way from beginning to end since the Janet Jackson thing. Since the wardrobe malfunction in that Super Bowl, the fourth wall between civilians and Hollywood has been shattered. It was slowly coming down at first. It's completely gone now. It has been completely shattered. And we're not just seeing past the fourth wall into the background. We've become part of it. We are now inside the fourth wall. And we are the setting, not just the background. That's ultimately why I say things like, don't get distracted. Football is cool and all, but don't allow it to distract you for what you know needs to be done. Don't be distracted. Don't be distracted. Because it's really what they want. is for us to be distracted, continue to fight each other, continue to create 2 Super Bowl halftime shows, continue to say, I don't like them, I don't like them, I don't like them. Don't be distracted. U.S. Department of Justice unredacted over 3 million Epstein documents in late January 2026, as required by Congress. These files mention Trump hundreds of times, mostly in harmless ways, like one 1990s flight on Epstein's plane and hosting him at Mar-a-Lago before a ban. No evidence links him to the island or illicit acts. Widely shared photos and videos claim otherwise. A blurry shot mistaken for Trump on the island actually resembles Bill Clinton. Shirtless images are debunked as AI generated or unrelated, and a rally clip shows him greeting an adult supporter. What does that have to do with the price of tea in China? Experts warn of easy fakes amid the release, while facts highlight deeper ties to others like Clinton. If you don't think that that's Bill Clinton, this alone tells me it's Bill Clinton. This nose and this chin. The moment I saw it, I saw Bill Clinton. Never mind the fact that the body shape is like a third of the size smaller than Donald Trump, or 2/3 the size smaller than Donald Trump. So it's that's definitely AI generated. Like, the thing of it is, you can tell a lot of these are AI generated. Even this, that doesn't even look like Epstein. You can see this is completely. Oh, holy hell! Look at the eye. Oh, that's the light shine. Okay, I was like, what the hell? That doesn't even look like Epstein. That's supposed to be Epstein. That doesn't look like him at all. That doesn't look like Epstein at all either. That looks more like Jason Gordon-Levitt more than it looks like Elon Musk. And if this is a German, this looks like it's a German outlet that's releasing this stuff. Pretending like it's... That looks like German. No. Es kommen... What are you doing, bud? German. I taught myself how to speak some German. like not really speak some German. I taught myself how to be able to recognize the German language, because certain things, mehr, Coleman, in there, Rouse. This is used by a lot of languages, but these key words aren't. These keywords are different in another language. This word alone is what told me it was German. Not to mention these two. This right here told me it was German. Because that is pronounced like mare, as in like a horse mare. And mare, more and more. It are coming more and more details out. Short for arrows. Arrows. They don't say H. H has a place, but it doesn't have a place. it's all silent. H's are silent unless it's used in certain words. So like this would be hair house. Boom. Sentences like this, it is silent like in the English language. Mare. And E actually gets more of an sound in German. So this would be Emur, Mur, Emur. It don't sound right. Let's see. Es kommen Mare. I was right. It is Mare. Immer mehr Details raus. This is probably wrong. They probably don't have a word for details, so which is why the word details is put there. Yeah, Immer. Eimer. That's what it is. Eimer. Mare. And I was right on this one. I hit that on the head. This is details. There's no ambiguity about that one. That's just straight details. Rouse. Yeah. Essentially what it means. More and more details are coming out. Once you essentially know this, it kind of puts everything else together. And it's that's exactly how I said it too, Coleman. Not common, Coleman. Listen to it. Coleman. Coming. Coleman. Coming. Sounds the same. So you can kind of, by knowing how the words are said in German, you can kind of guess. You're going to be wrong, but you're going to be wrong in the right area. As long as you know how certain words are said, and as you say them, you can hear them take on their English counterpart as you say them. Coleman. Like this, obviously not. Because this and this together is more, just means more and more. Emer mare, or Imer mare. which is more and more. All languages have these kind of things. They're like this. Spanish has a few of them. Así, más o menos. That's more or less. So-so. Así is so-so. Yeah. So again, how would anyone in Germany be able to get a hold of unredacted files that even our government are keeping tight-lipped? It's how you can tell that these are AI videos. Stuff like this. Not even English. So somehow the Germans got a hold of unredacted files and Americans didn't. That's Bill Clinton. That's fake. It's the same video. It's Coleman, Mayor, Details Rouse. It's all propaganda. And that's supposed to be Nicki Minaj. Like, get the hell out of here. You can, like, come on, man. You got to be smarter than this. Oh. Advocate, foreign language, nationalist, social media, political thinker, Hindu right activists. So you're not a rights activist? You're just the right arm of Hindu activist? Makes sense. People are paying these people like this to spit this nonsense. People are paying idiots like this to spit this nonsense and are easily decimated by asking AI if it's correct. Like, no. Like, you can use your own forward thinking to know it's not real. But people like this should be ratioed out of existence. Regardless of how small you are, stuff like this should be ratioed out of existence. Again, how would Indians have access to files that even the Senate, even Congress has to be shuffled into a backroom closet to look at? Come on now. Even with this, I still don't believe in censorship. People need to do what people do best, and that is ratio these people out of existence. Like, go back to pooping on your own streets. Stop trying to poop on ours. We already got enough people pooping on our streets. That does look like Podesta. Holy crap, it looks like Podesta. This was actually debunked. This is this kid is a performer, and this is his dad, who's also a performer. This isn't Stephen Colbert. It looks like Stephen Colbert, but it's not. This video right here has actually been debunked. This was like during COVID with a kid performer and his dad making a parody video of that song. I've read extensive stuff about this. But no, that looks like straight up like John Podesta. Weirdo John Podesta. Which I believe everything that's said about Podesta. All the stuff in those emails about Podesta. We already stood on Michael Jackson's legacy. We already stood up for his legacy. There's nobody in the world that will ever do what they already did to him again. Michael Jackson is innocent of every single thing that he's ever been accused of. Everything. And I watched a video this morning talking about how Michael Jackson ultimately created the Neverland Ranch to save children from this world, to save famous children from this world, because he became privy to it really fast. I mean, the kid grew up in it. Michael Jackson grew up in this world, being abused and essentially trafficked around by his father, by his own father. And this is hard to debunk. This one is hard to debunk. Like, I'm not a facial recognition expert or a computer that does facial recognition, but this looks like Epstein. Like, yeah, that really looks like him. And if this is AI generated, that's the best one so far. It's the only one that looks the most natural. And people are calling him homeless. I don't see homeless. I don't see homeless at all. What, just because he's got scraggly hair and scraggly beard and his shirt looks like it's about 20 years old? What does that have to do with the price of tea in China? I regularly shop at the thrift store and Goodwill. I mean, I don't buy 20-year-old shirts, but if you're hiding, you're shopping at the thrift store and Goodwill, or the different country's equivalent of such. And you're locally sourcing all of your materials. When you're in hiding, you're not taking things with you from your past life. None of the clothes go with you. Nothing from your past life goes with you. And a smart person who's in hiding locally sources everything. So to say that this is a homeless guy, I mean, that's a stretch. That's a big reach. That's a really, really big reach. That's not the face of a homeless man. That's not the walk of a homeless man. Those aren't shades of a homeless man. To me, that's kind of the dead giveaway that somebody's in hiding. The shades are the only thing not scraggly on the entire body. They could have found them. Oh, yeah, I'm sure. It's easy to find $1,000 pair of sunglasses laying around somewhere without stealing them. And if you steal something like that, you're going to get found out real quick. Could say, probably not Italy. Say this is Italy. They locally make high dollar shades. I have my sunglasses. If I was to get them made in Italy, they would be at least $1,200. But they were imported. They were handcrafted and imported from Italy, which at the time of me finding them and doing research on them, or doing research on them after I'd already found them, because I thought they were cheap sunglasses, a cheap pair of sunglasses, was wearing them and throwing them around and doing all kind of craziness with them. And it wasn't until one of my coworkers noticed the designs in the hinge, say, those are really cool sunglasses. Like, where did you get those? I'm like, I don't know. I found them. They were in an Amazon van, and I found them when I found them. So we took them, researched them, and found that they're handcrafted Italian glasses from Italy. You can only get them imported. You can't buy them here in America. And at the time I found them, they were still $600 a pair because they were discontinued. The style doesn't exist anymore. So I went into the Wayback Machine, and at the time of their creation, they were about $1,200 American dollar, $1,200 for that pair of sunglasses, because of the handcrafted hinges. All the metal pieces around it are handcrafted. They're hand etched. They're not etched with the computer, or etched. They might be etched with the computer, but the design is all handmade. And I wouldn't even be able to pull it up to my camera and show you, give you a good view enough to be able to see the intricacy in the design work in the hinges on the sides. The even the plate alone that runs down the back of one of the arms, it's just got 3 symbols in it: a square, a circle, and a triangle. That's it. And you can see that the name of the maker isn't just painted on. It was also etched in, and then paint was run over it so that it brought it out. So even if I was to lose the paint on the arm of the glasses, I can still summon the information by hitting it with some fingerprint dust or something like that to just go down in and sit into the beveling, the etching. These look expensive. These sunglasses look expensive. That gold little thing here on the side, the nameplate marker, that's what that is. Cheap sunglasses, you have no insignia around them at all, none. And I mean, look how dense the tinting is. It's creating a reflection. Most tinting, if it's done at a normality, I worked for an optical center. That's how I know this. That's how I can look at these glasses and tell you they're not cheap. They are not cheap. And again, another thing, this guy might be wearing glasses, but this is a bigger image. This guy's wearing glasses, and I believe this guy's wearing glasses. They are walking with this guy. They are bodyguards. The proximity in which they are to this guy, they're bodyguards. So this is not a homeless man. It's easy to wear a homeless man's uniform. Go to a Goodwill. Go to a thrift store. All the clothes look very, very weathered. That's all this is. This is a costume. This is the evidence. These glasses are not cheap. Let's ask Grok if it can tell what kind of sunglasses. Can you tell what style and maker the sunglasses are with the $300 sunglasses. So this is an AI image. The thing of it is, even if this is an AI generated image, why are people generating AI images? Is this a completely generated image or one that's been generated from a reference? From scratch. Let's see this. We don't know if he's actually alive, but like I said, they're more fake images. The thing about it is somebody this powerful and prominent, I don't believe he's dead. The circumstances that surrounded his death in 2019, they're too suspicious, too many unaccounted variables. Even the officers, what's up, man? How you doing today? Even the officers who were supposedly doing the checks on him can't recall most anything from that night. And they've already come out and said it. Like the one lady pretty much said, yeah, I was sleeping, I was playing on my phone, but I don't remember much of anything that happened that night. Like, you don't just zone out for an entire day or even an entire evening. And if, again, it's one of those things that it's high, to me, it's highly unlikely that someone could be so enamored with their cell phone that blocks of hours go by and they don't realize that they're at work. At some point, the mind clicks back into reality like, oh shit, I'm at work. What am I doing? And if your mind doesn't click back into there, how did you get the job to begin with? Because to be a guard at a prison, a high level prison at that, you have to show a very high level of alertness and attention to detail. How are people getting guard jobs in prisons without being able to exhibit that? So we're establishing this is a completely generated, AI generated image, but it still won't ever answer the question if he actually killed himself or not. And even then, say he is dead. Say he is dead. I don't believe he killed himself. I don't believe he killed himself for the simple fact that he's one of these people. He's not going to gather blackmail evidence on people if he's not planning to ever use it, but instead kill himself in place of it. It doesn't, to me, it doesn't make sense to gather all of that. Even if, well, he's gathering it for Israel. It still doesn't make sense. All he has to do is call back to BB, like, hey, BB, I'm about to be hit. They're gonna get me. And BB's like, okay, we'll throw somebody else under the bus. Let him get you, and we'll get you free to get somebody else under the bus. He was too connected. He is right hand to the man connected. So I do not believe he killed himself. If he's dead, that was by someone else's hand. That was not by his hand. So I cannot bring myself to believe that he himself killed himself with making all the moves he was making. Dude was making moves that nobody knew there were moves to make. He was making them. You don't kill yourself making those kinds of moves. You throw somebody to the wolves. You throw somebody to the wolves. And Diddy was after Epstein, so you can't say Diddy, they threw Diddy to the wolves. No, they didn't. No, they did not. Epstein would have been the one saved in that instance. If Diddy was the one being thrown to the wolves, Epstein would have been in prison. Diddy would have been thrown to the wolves, would have taken all the heat, got it off Epstein, and Epstein would have dodged it. So yeah, no. I don't believe he's dead. And if he is dead, I don't believe he killed himself. I believe he was assassin-suicided. That's what I believe. It's my alleged opinion. And no matter what they do, they will not. I will defend Michael Jackson until I'm dead in the ground. He again, even outside of being influential to me as a child, Michael Jackson's music never had any weird undertones, never had any risque subject matter. They were all seemingly artistically put together. Never sounded anything different. Why are they using this?
I tell you guys, it's going to be awesome.
Nothing beats an island holiday.
Oh, goodness.
Jeffrey, welcome.
No age discrimination.
Look around. This is our core audience, though.
Limitless joy.
This is the best day of my life.
Do you like, sleep?
Excuse me. Could you rub my back, please?
Boundaries-free experience.
I want to play with that boy. No, I want to play with that boy. Listen.
Sure this is healthy?
Of course. Private procedures.
Whoa, I think I feel something.
Book your
Yeah.
dates now and get a free photo
It's funny,
shoot.
but
Shall we go to my place now?
shall we go to my place now? Oh. See, Higgsfield AI is good. But in order to use them and use their service, jeez. I don't think I have an account with. So we're gonna do the quick stuff. Log in with my Google account. And we'll show you. I'll show you why Higgsfield's good, but they're not. The pricing. It's always the pricing. It comes down to pricing. Personal use, whatever. Beginner. Can I skip this? I'll piss. What was that? Go back. What was that? Other. High cost of top models. Same. Number of generations for $75 is calculated based on annual pricing. Prices are accurate as of December 16th, 2025. Okay, here we go. Whatever. There we go. Pay $50 a month. This is the bait and switch. This right here is the bait and it's illegal for car makers or auto sellers to do it, but it's not illegal for companies on the internet to do it, because that's exactly what's going to happen. It says 50% off limited time offer. What they also don't tell you is that it's only going to be good for one single month. And after that, here we go. This is another one. Remember, I said this the other day. This is why they're offering you this little deal. Because they're going to give you these credits to start. You're going to burn through them before your first video is even done. You won't be able to do everything you want to do in your first video, signing up for this price. So therefore, you're going to end up turning over to pick up more credits. Because they'll give you this, whatever this means, 360 unlimited nano banana pro, whatever that means. Does that mean you're getting an extra 365 points? Whatever. Anyway, you'll burn through this before you even do anything on your first project. And you're like, okay, so I should be able to get a little bit more. So you'll buy more of these credits. You'll realize you still aren't able to get everything done in 12, even 2,400 credits. So you'll buy more credits. And then by the time you've realized it, you've not spent even that. You've spent this. So you see people that are out here making videos this long from there. They're making money to do that. Or they're being paid to generate these videos. They're not generating them as some random Joe Schmo in his living room or in his mom's basement. No, they're generating them as a company or as a business who is partnered with these companies. Because this is ultimately what it costs. This is what it will actually cost to be able to do your first project in the way you want it. And let's say that's the only project you want to do. You're still going to end up spending $250 for it. Because you're going to be locked in to paying this. And if you try to back out of it, they're going to go at you. They've written it into their little terms of service that you can't back out of it once you sign up. Once you sign up for one of these, you can't back out of it until the terms are done. See? Only way to get 85% off is if you do it annually. This is what happens when you do it monthly. You're paying $89 a month or $35 a month, as opposed to $49 a month or $250 a month. Again, you only get this for a hot second, but then you're jumping right up to this. This is the bait and switch. This price here is the bait, because it'll switch to this before you know it. AI is good, but it ain't that good. It ain't that good. Oh, now they have video inside the prison. What you doing, Floof? Cool. So yeah, Mom Donnie's mom showed up on the list. Oh, that's definitely AI generated. Like, come on now. It doesn't take a genius. The DOJ released it. Epstein's Iron Man now. Like, come on. That's a little much. Yep, a lot is going on. Our world is kind of crumbling at the top side. Like down here, down here, it's just been muck and poop and trash. But up there, it's always been the clean, the presentable. Now it's being it's crumbling. Up there is crumbling. It is crumbling. Yeah. All these quote unquote new videos. What's up, pal? Hi. bud. Epstein files rock UK as Clinton's strike last minute deal to testify. I'm
The Epstein
gonna have to
files
get.
fallout
Actually, I
once
gotta
again
go.
spreading.
I just realized what time it is. I got class. I'll be back after class. It'll be like 5 or so, somewhere around there. I just realized it's after 11. I only want to do an hour or so opener. Just kind of get it started where we kind of leave off from the evening. But yeah, we'll be getting back into all this here in a few hours. I got class to do. So I'll be back. I'll be back shortly. That's why I realized why I was just kind of like going on and not even thinking, because I was planning to do an Uber before I went to class. But I don't think I'm going to do that. I think I might do an Uber after class, just depending on how everything looks. So I am going to take off. I'll be back later.